Hey, Tammy, you there? I'm really sorry to have to do this over text, but I think we should cancel our wedding. I've fallen in love with your sister, and I want to marry her instead.
Wait, what? Rick, what in the world are you talking about? Are you serious about this?
Of course I am. I've never seen a more beautiful woman in all my life. I knew when I went over to your house to meet your parents that I had to make her mine. I mean, she was just so gorgeous. It really was love at first sight.
And what about the love that we've built between us after all this time? I know that my sister is a lovely, beautiful girl who is super popular and all, but you're not really going to leave me for her, are you?
I'm sorry, but I've already made up my mind, and I'm gonna marry your sister Tiffany instead. I think she's gonna make the perfect wife to brag about to my friends.
But I don't get it. So you really just want to call it all off just like that? Even after you've already met my family and everything, you're still going to leave me for my own sister?
I know that all this might come to a shock to you now, but you should know that she was the one that started coming on to me.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that after I got back from meeting your family, she started to text me. She told me that she wanted to marry me as well. Well, she begged me to leave you and choose her instead, and, well, obviously, I wasn't about to turn down such a lovely lady. Besides, the more I talked to her, the more I realized that she really is my type.
Hold on just a second here. You mean, she was the one who approached you?
That's right. I think it's most fair to say that we found each other, but whatever the case, the point is that we're going to be getting married. So I really just don't need you anymore. That's that.
I don't believe this is happening to me. To think that my own sister stole my fiancé from me. I mean, you literally only met my parents today. Are you telling me that you really decided all of this in less than a day?
Hey, you should just count yourself lucky that I bothered to say anything to you about it at all, really. So what if I marry your sister? She's beautiful, and I'm about to start my new position as a CFO for a huge company. I'm sure that your parents don't really care which of their daughters marries a rich guy like me, so I think it's perfect.
I don't even know what to say to that. You're just horrible, Rick.
Horrible or not, I'm gonna get away with this. After all, I'm my parents' only son, so they have to go along with whatever I want. And I'm sure if I tell them I found my true love, that they would never criticize me. Especially when they see just how much prettier your sister is than you.
That's not even what I'm talking about. How could you do this to someone else? Don't you realize how wrong this is? Do you really think that both our parents are going to go along with this?
Well, I just got a message from Tiffany telling me that your parents don't care. At all. If anything, they're happy that your sister and I are together since we make such a better-looking couple.
How can this be happening? I don't even know what to think right now.
I know that your sister's excited to be marrying a handsome CFO like me, though. Sure, some people might talk behind our backs, but when they see just how good a couple Tiffany and I really are, everyone will realize why we had to be together. They'll realize that I could never have had a happy marriage with you, when your sister was right there this whole time.
That's a disgusting thing to say. I thought you cared about me.
I did until I didn't. Now I want to break up. I know that you thought I was going to be your free meal ticket, but you'll just have to find another guy to provide for you.
Hey, Tiffany, are you there? You better get back to me right now. I want to know why Rick just told me he was leaving me for you. Did you seriously flirt with my fiancé? I can't believe you would do this to me. Well, it isn't my fault that you brought back someone as handsome as Rick. You really can only blame yourself for all of this. Are you kidding me right now? Is this some kind of a game to you? Rick told me that he doesn't want to get married to me anymore. He told me that you changed his mind after he came over today. How could you do this to your own sister? How could you ruin my wedding like this? Well, you should know that Mom and Dad weren't angry about it at all. In fact, they told me they had always thought Rick and I would make a much better couple. But now I really have to hurry up and go find a dress and someone to do my makeup and all that kind of stuff. So you're really going to go through with all of this? Tammy, did you really think a guy like Rick wanted to marry you? Come on, you have beady little eyes, what can only be described as a 6 head, and have buck teeth. Did you really think that a girl that looks like you had a chance with a guy like Rick? You were practically begging for someone to come and take him from you. Why would you say all that about me? What is the matter with you, Tiffany? I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm the prettier sister out of the two of us, and I think people realized that ever since high school. I was the one dating all the athletes in our school. I'm the one who got regularly scouted by modeling agencies, so of course I would end up with a man as good-looking as me. Did you really think that an ugly little fatty like you could really ever hope to achieve the same? It was obvious you were just into Rick for his money. That isn't true. I wanted to marry Rick because I thought he loved me. I didn't care what his job was. Well, there you go. Now you're just proving that you don't know how the game is played. But of course, an ugly girl like you would have such a naive view of marriage. You just need to realize that you're outclassed by people like Rick and I, and you should know your place. Why are you talking to me like this? Isn't it enough that you stole my fiancé from me? Besides, do you have any idea how hard I try to look pretty when I go out? Well, that's just it. You could have all the makeup in the world, but there's no point in trying to doll up a pig like you. I don't care how hard you think you worked, it was all for naught. How dare you say that to me when every time I would buy makeup or something nice or an accessory, you would always steal it from me? I swear I have no idea what you're talking about in the slightest. Yes, you do. You would come into my room, insult me, and say that a girl like me doesn't deserve nice things. You always did that to me, so that's why I only started buying myself cheap products that I knew you wouldn't want to steal. Well, it's like I said, there was no point in you using anything nice anyways. It was just obvious that those things would be better suited on me. And you can't really be mad at me for reminding you of your place when you forgot it. Just like your engagement with Rick. You certainly do like to shoot for the stars, but that's not where little piggies like you belong. Tiffany, please, you really don't need to talk to me like that. You're being so cruel. Well, this is what you get for thinking you ever had a chance with a guy like Rick. Obviously, someone as handsome and successful as him could only be with a girl as pretty as me. Did you really think that with all the options in front of him to choose from, he was going to go with someone like you? I still don't get why he would want to be with you. Doesn't he realize what a mess you are upstairs? I may not be as pretty as you, but at least I don't have nearly as many issues, and at least I actually have a brain. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? I mean that it's true, you were dating earlier than I was, but that's also because I was busy studying. Meanwhile, you would ditch class and stay out late over at boys' houses without mom and dad knowing. And just why would some beautiful person like me waste my time studying? I don't need to debase myself like that. If I wanted to succeed in life, all I have to do is find a rich man willing to marry me. So you're saying the difference between you and I is that I understand the value in working for what's mine? Do you really think that not studying was a smart move for you? I remember you falling asleep at your desk almost every night that I would be sneaking out to have fun. And thanks to that, I was able to go to one of the top universities in the country and land a job at an excelled firm. And now thanks to that, I'm already working in upper management and earning a ton. Do you know anyone else our age who can afford a condo like the one I live in? Even Rick's parents thought it was impressive. Oh, so you think that just because you worked hard to get a paying job that means anything? Well, I'm not going to play your little pity party. The only reason you need to work hard is because you could never do what I do. And just what even is it that you do? Well, I used my looks to steal your fiancé away from you, for one, so I suppose you should have been studying dating books instead. All it took was a little smile and some of my girlish charm, and now I'm getting married and you're not. You're really an idiot if you think you're going to get away with this, Tiffany. Well, I guess that means that you let yourself get beat by an idiot then, huh? You really are just pathetic, do you know that? I have been trying all my life to help you learn how to know your place and live within your means, but for whatever reason, you always think you deserve more just because you work for it. Well, how did that turn out for you? Because I'm going to marry Rick, and you're not. Well, fine then, you can have him. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that I'm actually happy. I never thought I was going to get to escape like this, but here we are. So good luck taking care of Rick and his parents. Take care of them? What are you even talking about right now? And why are you so happy that I stole your rich fiancé from you? You should be getting mad at me. I mean, now you're not going to get married, and I'm never going to have to work a day in my life. You think you're marrying a rich man, but you are dead wrong. So consider this my way of expressing pity for you. But the truth is that Rick is very, very poor. Poor? Tammy, literally what are you even saying? He's the CFO for a Fortune 500 company. There's no way that he's poor. That's impossible. I suppose all you needed to hear was that he was a CFO and you filled in all the blanks yourself. But Rick only works for his parents' company, whose best days were about 2 decades ago. Now the only thing the company has left to hold on to is its name. What are you saying? I don't understand what you're getting at. Well, I used to work for an investment firm, as you know, and while there, I was once shown Rick's family file, and, well, it wasn't good. They had been taking out loans repeatedly for years and haven't been able to pay them back. Sounds like the whole family is in a lot of trouble financially. Wait, no, this can't be right at all. This doesn't make any sense. If they're borrowing money, then are you trying to tell me that his family is in debt? That's right, and it's not just your typical business debt. They have run their finances deep into the red by this point. That can't be right. Well, it's true. Of course, many businesses take on some debt as startup capital, but this is much different than that. I don't understand. How could it get that bad for them? I thought that his family was rich. Well, apparently they got into some kind of trade war with another firm from a different country, and it was basically a race to the bottom for both of them. So they ended up making far less in sales and needed to take more loans to make up the difference. Are you kidding me? That's a terrible idea. I agree, and I was really shocked when I first heard that this was happening. In fact, Rick was just telling me this after he came to visit us at home. Well, he didn't tell me, but I happened to overhear him talking about this with his parents over the phone. I heard him talking about how even though I was ugly, I had the money they needed. He thought that I was going to use my income to take care of all his family. You mean that even his parents were in on this? That's right. I asked him if his family was having financial trouble, and that's when he came forward to me about all the debt. But I guess he didn't mention any of that to you when you two agreed to get married. But you should know that he's just looking for someone to leech off of. But I had no idea about any of the debt at all, I swear. Well, then you would better go and cancel your engagement to him now, don't you think? Hold on a second, this is all part of your plan, isn't it? You're trying to scare me away from being with Rick so that you can try and take him back from me. Well, you had me going for a while, I'll admit, but your trick isn't going to work on me. It's really not a trick, but whatever. It's your life and you can do what you want with it.
Tammy, you have to help me. I went to tell my parents that I was going to marry your sister, and they were furious with me. They called me an idiot for throwing away all the money you have just to marry your prettier sister, but I had no idea that all our finances were that bad.
Are you stupid or something? You are next in line to take over the family business, and you're telling me you had no idea how bad the situation really was?
I mean, I knew that we were in a little bit of trouble, but I figured it was nothing that I couldn't fix with a little hard work. I just thought my parents were being overdramatic about all this.
Wow, and you're literally the CFO of your parents' company. It is your job to handle all the financial matters.
I know, but is it really true that your sister never even went to college?
That's right. She was too busy sleeping around with all her boyfriends to care about studying at all. And I think with the job she has now, she barely brings in over $10,000 a year.
Her salary is that low.
I don't know if you call money from part-time jobs a salary, but yes, basically. My sister always told herself that working was beneath her and that she was just waiting for the right rich man to come and save her from having to do so.
But I was marrying her because I thought we could live off of her income for a while.
Wow. Well, it sounds to me like you both are more perfect for each other than either of you originally thought. Anyways, now that you and my sister both realize and we're not getting married anymore, I really don't see why I need to be involved in any more of this. You two are both awful people, and I'm glad that you've found each other. Now please leave me alone and never, ever talk to me again. In the end, it took them getting married for Tiffany to finally realize the mess that she had stepped into. About a week after their marriage, Rick officially took over his family's business and understood just how much debt they were all in. As rumors of the company's finances and poor management began to spread, more and more staff ended up quitting. And I hear that the company is really on its last legs these days. As for my sister, with no schooling or work experience, she began to work at a bar serving the kind of men she thought Rick was originally. As for Rick, he began his second job bagging groceries at a supermarket. I am sure that never in a million years did CFO Rick ever think he would be working two jobs like this. Both Rick and Tiffany thought that the other was just what they were looking for, and it turned out that it was just the opposite. All I know is that I'm glad I dodged that bullet and know enough about my family and Rick's to know that I never want anything to do with them again. As for me, I continued with my job and kept climbing the corporate ladder. I still have my nice condo where I live by myself as I ease my way back into the dating pool. After I cut off my sister, I began to buy the nice products that I had avoided in the past, and I already have a date lined up for next week. If I had known that all my life was missing was cutting out my sister from it, I would have done it a long time ago.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Well, Samantha, has the baby been born yet?
No, Isaac. Trust me, I'll keep you in the loop on how I'm doing. You don't need to ask me 3 times a day if the baby's been born yet.
You have got to be kidding me. Would you hurry it up already? You've been in the hospital for an entire week now. What are the doctors saying? When do they think it's gonna happen?
Well, my due date is next week, and the doctors say that if the baby isn't born by then, they'll induce labor.
So that means it's still gonna be another week?
I'm sorry, Isaac. I know you're excited to meet the baby, and I am too. I also know that you must have been lonely without me this last week while I've been in the hospital. They said my blood pressure was getting too high, and they wanted to keep me here in case something happened to me or the baby. I guess high blood pressure can be really dangerous to pregnant women.
Now don't worry about me. I haven't been lonely. And speaking of which, I want to get divorced.
Huh? Really, Isaac? That's not funny.
I'm not joking. Look, I know this may be bad timing for you, but it's great timing for me. I'll send a set of divorce papers to your hospital room, sign them and send them back as soon as possible. You're not too sick to sign your name, are you?
Isaac, you're serious about this? You really want to divorce me? Now?
Like I said, it's now or never. I don't want to wait until after the baby is born to get divorced. Things would get super messy. Now that I know you've still got a week until the baby's born, that means you have plenty of time to sign everything.
What is wrong with you? You're divorcing me while I'm in the hospital about to give birth to your baby? Why, Isaac? Why would you betray me like this?
You want the truth? I've fallen in love with someone else.
I don't believe you. Who is it, Isaac? Who is this woman who's so wonderful that you're willing to leave your pregnant wife for her?
Riley!
No. My younger sister? That Riley?
Do you know any other Rileys? You have no idea how hard it's been for me since you've been in the hospital. I've had to cook my own meals, do my own laundry, clean the house by myself, all while still going to work.
You think it's been easy on me?
Obviously, all you're doing is laying around in a comfortable hospital bed all day.
This isn't exactly a king-size luxury mattress, you know. It's also not much fun having wires attached to every part of my body 24/7.
Oh, poor you! You want pity? You're gonna have to look elsewhere. While you've been shirking your responsibilities as my wife, Riley has been taking care of me. Once she heard how hard I was having it, she started coming down here multiple times a day to cook and clean for me. I can't believe I married you, and your sister was a far superior woman all along.
I've only been gone a week. 1 week in the hospital and you abandoned me for my sister? You are a psychopath. An evil, pathological monster. How could you?
It is what it is. Getting mad at me won't change anything. Aren't you supposed to be watching your blood pressure?
You're a jerk, Isaac. You are nothing but scum.
Calm down already. I know this is gonna cause problems for you, so I'm prepared to do my part to take responsibility. I'll make sure you and the kid are taken care of. You'll get plenty of child support. You know I can afford it. But just so you're aware, that's all you're gonna get from me.
What are you saying?
That I don't want to be any part of that kid's life. I'm not gonna be a father to some other kid while I should be paying attention to my new wife.
Just when I thought you couldn't stoop any lower, you're abandoning your own child? I am astonished. I never thought you were capable of doing something like this.
Why do you think I'm doing this, Samantha? Huh? It's your fault.
My fault?
Yeah, you must have been eating too much and exercising too little. If you would have taken better care of yourself while pregnant, you wouldn't have landed in the hospital.
You don't know anything about pregnancy. They're extremely unpredictable. Even the same woman can have completely different experiences with each child. And let's set the record straight here. I have been on my feet practically all day, every day, ever since I got pregnant, taking care of the house. You completely refused to help me with the housework. Actually, the doctor said that is what most likely caused my high blood pressure.
Oh, so you're blaming me now?
Yes, because it's your fault.
Oh, go screw yourself. I'm done with you. All that matters is Riley and I can finally be together. Sign those divorce papers just as soon as you get them. Got it? Good luck with the birth.
Riley, answer your phone right now. You owe me an explanation. What could this be in regards to? Don't play games with me, Riley. You can't really blame me, Samantha. You should have been a better wife, that's all. I have been a fine wife for Isaac, and then all of 2 days into my hospital stay, you swoop in and steal my husband away from me? You should be glad I waited this long, honestly. I've been wanting to get my hands on Isaac since you guys started dating. You being laid up in the hospital made this the perfect chance to finally make my move, and I took it. You mean you've been planning this? What woman in her right mind would pass up the opportunity to land a man making 6 figures? He has to make around $300,000 a year, right? I saw that sweet new car he bought. That must have cost a ton. Yeah, actually around $200,000. He went and bought that without talking to me at all. I wanted to get a more practical car since we're going to be having a baby soon. I guess he was thinking about driving around with me instead of you and your kid. Seriously though, I never expected it would be this easy to rip him away from you. He must not have loved you very much to begin with. All it took was a couple meals and a couple hours cleaning his house, and he started giving me the look. You know what I mean? Oh, shut up, Riley. Whatever, you can have him. I don't want a dirtbag like him in my life anyway. You mean you won't fight the divorce? Nope, I'm done. All my feelings for him are gone. Yes! Now I can finally get married to him. We can start going out together in public and everything. Oh, and one more thing. I'll bet you're planning on getting a bunch of money from him in alimony and child support and whatever. But that all ends once I give him a kid. Excuse me? You think you have any say in the matter? You think you can afford to fight him in court? He's got FU money. I don't want him to spend 1 single cent on your kid when he should be spending it all on me and my kids. By the way, we plan on working very hard to have a baby right away, so enjoy his money while it lasts. You are the most selfish, self-centered person I have ever met. You know what? Fine. If that's how you're gonna be, I don't need any money from him. Whoa, really? I'm gonna hold you to that, you know. Go right ahead. No alimony, no child support. On one condition, however. Oh, great, a condition? What is it? The two of you are never to contact me or my child ever again. Is that it? Really? You mean it? Yes. The only thing I want is for you to disappear from my life forever. Awesome! Now you'll be out of the picture and we won't have to give you any money. No taking that back now. A deal's a deal. But are you really sure about this? How are you gonna make it on your own? I'll make do. I quit working once I found out I was pregnant, but my nursing license is still valid. Go ahead and tell Isaac to send the divorce papers as soon as possible. I'll sign them right away. But let me warn you, Nothing good will come out of this for you. I know you seem really stoked on having kids, but I strongly recommend you reconsider. You two lack the moral fiber to be good parents. Any kids you had would lead a life of bitterness and misery because of you. Sore loser. I don't want to hear any of your empty threats. Just sign those papers and get out of our lives. I'm going to have tons of babies with Isaac, and they're all going to be just as successful as he is.
Hey, Samantha, you still using this number? If this is still your number, answer me back as soon as possible. I need your help with something.
It was a nice 3 years without hearing from you, Isaac. Why did you have to go and ruin all of that? I was this close to forgetting that you ever existed.
Yeah, you're bitter and angry that I dumped you. I got it. You finished? Good, let's get down to business. It's an emergency. You need to come to my house right away.
I would rather get hit by a truck.
Yeah, funny coincidence. Riley actually did get hit by a truck.
Wow, really? Is she okay?
Not even close. Well, I mean, she'll live, but she'll be stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. The impact severed the nerves in her lower spine. She's paralyzed below the waist.
Wow, that's really too bad. She's still so young.
I don't need your pity, Samantha. I need your help. You have to come over here and help take care of her. I have way more important things to do than spend all day babysitting her.
What could be more important than taking care of your wife?
Making money? I have to work, and you're her sister, so you have a responsibility to help her out.
No way! I have my own child, my own job, my own life. I have no obligation at all to lift a finger for her.
None of that is an excuse. So you have a kid. She's 3 now, right? 3-year-olds can walk. She can take care of herself. Hey, she could probably even give Riley a hand around the house.
You haven't even met her before, but you think you can make her work for you? To support the woman who stole her father away?
That's right. I am her father. And as her father, I order her to work around the house.
You're disgusting, Isaac.
You can call me whatever you want. Just get over here and start cleaning. I'm desperate. You said you have a job, right? I can take care of that too. I'll pay you to work for me.
How much?
For someone with your skills and experience, $500 a month.
Did you forget a zero in there?
No, someone like you isn't worth any more than $500 a month, that's all. You can keep your current job if you want, but no more night shifts. You need to work day shifts only and come straight over here after you get out. You'll make our dinner and clean up in the evenings, then once Riley's asleep, you can go home. Then you'll have to come in before you go to work every morning to make our breakfast and lunch.
For $500?
It's either that or you work for free.
I'm not working for you for any amount of money.
You can't turn me down. You must need the money. You turned down both alimony and child support. You're probably homeless right now, and it's not gonna be that much work. You should be glad I'm even offering you $500.
If it's not that much work, then you do it. Or at least pay someone a proper wage to do it for you.
You don't get to tell me what to do. Now quit your whining, grab an apron, and get over here. I'm hungry and want my dinner. And don't forget about your sister. Riley needs you.
Sister? What sister? I don't have a sister. My only family are my mom, dad, and daughter.
You're pathetic, Samantha. Are you really still mad about me divorcing you? It's been 3 years already. Get over it.
Yeah, it's already been 3 years since you divorced me while I was getting ready to go into labor. My, how the time has flown. Not that you would know, but your daughter has grown a lot since then. She's walking, talking, running, singing, and playing all day long. I even started her on piano lessons a while back, and she's kind of a natural. But no matter how much time passes and how happy I am watching my daughter grow, I will never forget what you did to me, and I will never forgive you. So no, I won't get over it.
Would you stop thinking about yourself and your petty grudges for 1 second? Don't you care that your sister is paralyzed?
Do I care? Yeah, I guess you could say I do. I couldn't be happier that something so unfortunate happened to someone so evil.
What?
And for the record, Riley and I had a deal. In exchange for not demanding child support and alimony, she would never interfere in my life ever again. She held me to my end of the bargain, so I am holding her to hers.
She never told me anything about that.
I can send you our text messages if you want. She was thrilled about the prospect of never speaking to me again.
Oh, come on. You're really gonna take an off-the-cuff deal like that? Seriously?
Unlike you, I keep my promises. If you want me to break my promises, then you owe me back pay for the child support and alimony you would have had to pay me. Over 3 years, that should come out to around $100,000, I'd say.
You want me to pay you $100,000?
In a lump sum, cash payment, yes. As for caring for Riley, sorry, but $500 just isn't gonna cut it. I'd consider it for $5,000 a month, though.
You're out of your mind. There's no way I'm gonna pay you that much.
Oh? Then no deal. Take care of her yourself. How could you be so cruel to me? You're a nurse, aren't you? You'll take care of whatever random people come into your hospital, but not your own sister? I'm not interested in helping you mitigate the damage that your own karma did to you. You deserve every bit of what happened to you. So how are your babies doing? My babies? Yeah, you said you were gonna have a bunch of babies with him. How are you dealing with them now that you're paralyzed? Well, it turns out having babies isn't as easy as I thought. Actually, it's impossible for me. Uh-oh. You mean... I'm infertile. I found out before I got hit by that truck. We've been trying for a long time, so I got tested and... yeah, I can't have kids. There are treatments, though, and it's not a 0% chance. It's just really small. Isaac doesn't seem to be interested in me anymore, though. He's been cheating on me. I'll bet he's gonna divorce me any second now. Go on. He's the one who's responsible for me being paralyzed. I was suspicious of him for a while because he started staying at work way later than he did before. So one day I went over to his office to wait for him to get out of work. When he got in his car, I followed him. He drove to a bar downtown and I parked on the opposite side of the road to watch what he was doing. And then I saw him walk out with some pretty young bimbo on his arm. Oh man, keep going. This is getting good. I jumped out of my car to go confront him, but the moment I stepped out of the car... boom. Yeah, boom. That was a great story. Oh, thanks for telling me, Riley. Hey, stop mocking me. I think your attitude is going to change towards me once I tell you about my plan. Your plan? I'm going to divorce him and take him for all he's got. I'll clean out his savings accounts, stock portfolios, his house, even his car. Everything is going to be mine. And if you agree to help me out, then I'll give you half. You need money, right? You're a single mother, so I know things can't be going that great for you. I'd say I'm doing better than you are right now. I don't get it. What's with that attitude? I'm offering you the deal of a lifetime here. You have the opportunity to secure your daughter's future. If you let me live with you, then you'll get all the money you could ever want. You can pay for your daughter's college education, buy her a nice starter house, a nice car, anything. And in the meantime, while you look after me, I can look after her. That way you can keep your job during the daytime and not have to worry about a babysitter or daycare service. So what do you say? Do we have a deal? Not a chance. I would never let you anywhere near my daughter after what you did to me. You are the home-wrecking harlot who ripped her father away from her, and now you want to babysit her? I think that truck must have damaged your brain, too. Actually, no, you were always this stupid. Never mind. And you want me to let you live with me? Just the thought of seeing you every morning and night makes me want to puke. Are you really gonna turn down free money? I've done it before and I'll do it again. You want to sue him? Go ahead, take him to the cleaners. Then you can use that money to hire a nurse or something. But I don't just want a nurse, I want company. I want a friend. I can't handle being alone. Well, then I guess you have no choice but to do whatever it takes to stay with Isaac, even if that means turning a blind eye while he cheats. You expect me to allow him to cheat on me? How else do you plan on keeping him from divorcing you now that you're infertile and wheelchair-bound? I don't know. Well, put on your big girl thinking cap and start coming up with ideas. Either that or stop asking Isaac for a reason whenever he comes home late.
Samantha, I'm begging you. Please, you have to help me. I lowballed you before with $500 a month. I know. I'm sorry. So name your price. I'll pay you as much as you want. Just take care of Riley for me.
Are you groveling right now? That's a change of heart. What happened to your cocky attitude from before? Go on, tell me all about it. I loved hearing from Riley a month ago.
I'm gonna lose my job at this rate. Riley is constantly bossing me around. I'm at my wit's end.
Well, first things first, calm down. How are you going to tell me about your life collapsing from beneath you if you're so tense?
I can't calm down. Why do you think I'm talking to you right now? I need help now.
Then start explaining.
Okay. So, I tried hiring a bunch of live-in and visiting nurses, but Riley hated all of them. Every time I hired a new one, she would fire her on the first day. Now it's up to me to do everything for her. My company has a strict policy against working from home, but I begged and pleaded with my bosses, and they finally relented and let me work remotely. But it's not going well.
Tell me more, Isaac. Don't spare a single detail.
There's a super important web meeting that I need to lead, but I've had to delay it 5 times now because of Riley. As soon as the meeting starts, she'll start pounding on my door and shouting at me. I'm hungry. I need to go to the bathroom. My leg itches. I can't find the remote. It's almost like she's doing it on purpose. My colleagues are furious and so are my superiors. They made an exception for me, but since it's now clear I can't successfully work from home, they rescinded my permission. I have to go back to the office now.
How terrible. Please continue.
Every day before I leave the house, she rips into me for the whole morning about how she thinks I'm having an affair.
But you are having an affair, right, Isaac?
That's not important right now.
I thought so.
She follows me out to my car, shouting at me the whole way. You're a cheating scumbag. I'm stuck in this wheelchair while you're sleeping with another woman. I hate you.
Correct on all counts.
Shut up.
Sorry, go ahead and continue.
She shouts so loud that I bet everyone in the neighborhood can hear her. I can see the neighbors looking through the slits in their curtains. It's like my marriage is some kind of soap opera to them.
That sounds positively dreadful, Isaac. Keep going.
Today she did the worst thing yet. She came to my office. She rolled herself all the way into the back offices and started shouting about how I was having an affair. She said it's my fault she got hit by that truck.
Is it your fault?
Again, that's not the point. The point is everyone in my office now knows I'm cheating on her. I mean, thinks I'm cheating on her.
Nice Freudian slip.
You really think this is funny?
Oh no, Isaac, not at all. I was just thinking what a good sign this is.
A good sign?
Riley is healthy enough to get all the way to your office and bypass all your company's security. Isn't that great? She's recovering. She shouldn't need as much help anymore.
I don't think she needs the help either. I think she's just milking her injury for all it's worth.
Well, as much as I am loving story time today, let's cut to the chase. Why are you contacting me? I made it clear the last time I wasn't going to help you.
Yeah, I know. I was going through your Instagram pictures today.
That's kind of creepy.
I was just curious, about how you and our daughter are doing. I see you're taking her to piano lessons.
Yeah, she's been going for a while now.
The video from her recital that you posted a few days ago was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Seeing her in that cute little dress almost made me tear up a bit. Since Riley's, out of commission, I don't know if we'll ever be able to have kids.
I heard about all of that from Riley. Get to the point.
I want to meet her!
Yep, saw that coming.
I know, you must think I'm the most selfish jerk in the world right now.
You are correct.
But please, can't I meet her? Just once? I'm not stupid enough to ask you to take me back.
You were stupid enough to throw me away, though.
But, I don't know, could we maybe have dinner together one of these days? You, me, and our daughter? What do you say?
What do I say, Isaac? I say you must be out of your mind. Seriously, you've got some gall to be asking me to let you meet our daughter after you willingly walked away from her. Don't think I forgot what you said the day you divorced me. You said that you don't want to be any part of that kid's life. You may have broken every other promise you made to me and Riley, but you're gonna keep that one. She is my daughter, not yours, not ours, mine. She's the most beautiful thing in this world, and I will not allow you to poison her pure heart. You think you can just treat me like dirt and walk in and out of my life whenever it's convenient for you? Think again.
Samantha, I'm sorry. I was awful to you. I realize that now.
You're too late for apologies. I will never forgive you. If you're really sorry and really want to make it up to me, there's only one thing you can do.
What is it? Tell me and I'll do it. Whatever it is, you name it, it's done.
The thing you promised to do 3 years ago. Never interfere in my life again. You are dead to me.
Samantha, please!
Good luck with Riley, Isaac. You're all she has. For once in your life, do the right thing. Don't abandon her like you abandoned me. Goodbye, Isaac. Surprisingly, Isaac kept his word to me. He never tried to contact me again. I heard about how things are currently going for him through some mutual old friends. It was clear to Isaac that Riley would drive away anyone who he hired to take care of her. He put in a request to his company to be transferred to a less demanding position so he'd have more free time to spend on her. This obviously meant a significant pay cut. He's now making less than a third of what he was making before. He couldn't make the payments on his car anymore, so he had to sell it to pay off the rest of the loan. The mortgage on his house is a bit beyond his current means too, but he's fighting tooth and nail to avoid having to move somewhere cheaper. Even at his less demanding position, he's still having a hard time at work. News of his wife's accusations quickly spread through the company. However, like usually happens with rumors, they changed quite a bit as time went on. Just cheating on his wheelchair-bound wife would have been enough to get him labeled a pariah, but once the story became abusing his wheelchair-bound wife, let's just say he's not making any friends in his new department. Riley is also just as bitter and angry as she's ever been. No matter how much he does for her, it's never enough. When he makes her dinner, it's not quick enough. When he makes her bed, it's not neat enough. When he gets her new clothes, they're not stylish enough. Both at the office and around the house, he just wanders around in a daze, like his soul has been sucked out of him. As for me, though, I'm doing just fine. After the divorce and birth of my daughter, I moved in with my parents for a while. Once I was able to get back to work, they looked after my daughter while I was gone. Now I'm completely back on my feet and I'm living on my own in an apartment near the hospital where I work. My daughter has been scouted by a private elementary school for musically gifted students. Not only that, they said due to my family situation, she would qualify for a full scholarship. I can't wait to see what the future brings, both for me and my daughter.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Jane, I just wanted to say thank you again so much for the lovely cake that you got us. I was wondering what this good cooler bag that got delivered was about, and it was a lovely cake. So thanks again for the gift. We can't wait to enjoy it tonight. Hold on a second. What the heck are you talking about? You know that cake isn't for you to eat, don't you? I only sent that cake as a gift to my brother for getting a new job, so that means that he's the only one who should be eating it. Sorry, you mean that you sent the cake to our house, but it's actually only for John? That's right, and it's because he got a great new job at one of the largest companies in the world. Of course I expected nothing less of him. Sorry, what exactly are you talking about? Oh, come on. Surely you know this. I mean, he's going to be getting paid $150,000 a year, and that's only the entry salary. I guess we can finally say that my brother has made it to the big leagues, huh? So anyways, that's why I, as his little sister, wanted to help him celebrate his huge accomplishment. So I worked really hard at my part-time job to save up and afford to get something from a nice bakery. Jane, I really don't know how to break this to you, but John is still unemployed. Wait a second, Mary. Are you seriously telling me you don't even know that your own husband has found a job? Has he not told you, or do you just not care about what goes on in his life? Honestly, you really should at least try to be a more caring and attentive wife, you know? Excuse me? And just what in the world is that supposed to mean? And the fact that you're keeping this charade up is just so disrespectful. You do realize that the reason my brother has been looking for a job so hard this past year is because you make so little, right? Well, I'm not going to pretend like I work for some fabulously huge company or anything like that, but I am in the upper management of my company, and I don't think my salary is all that small. I don't care how high up you get in your company, it's still nothing compared to what other larger companies could offer. I bet that even after all this time working there, you're probably barely taking in $50,000. Actually, I make more than double that amount, thank you very much. In fact, I've been the one sending money back to your parents instead of John. Oh, please, you really think that I'm just going to fall for such a bold-faced lie like that? I know the truth, and you're through. I really don't know what you could possibly mean by that. I mean, I know that this whole time John has been looking for a job, that he's also been sending money back home through his personal savings. And even though he didn't have to keep sending it after he quit his job, he still kept it up the entire time. He really is such an amazing brother and a great son to our parents. I am so proud of him. Jane, you know that we've talked about this before. I'm not bragging about anything. The truth is that I was sending the money. I don't think that John has ever had any real savings to speak of. Wow, do you ever get sick of lying to people like that? How dare you even try to talk to me that way when you're so ugly? Okay, now you're just being ridiculous. Did you seriously just send that message? I just have no idea what my brother was thinking getting married to you. I just wish you two would get a divorce already. Then maybe he could move back in with all of us here at his real home. That's really what you want to happen to your brother and I? I don't really care at all what happens to you, but you better not touch that cake. I'm serious when I say it's only for my brother. If I find out that you had even a crumb, there will be consequences. Hey, John, are you there? What's this news I'm hearing about you finding a new job? Is that really true? Because this is the first that I'm hearing about it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Well, it's just that your sister sent us a cake. She said it was to celebrate you landing a new job at some huge company somewhere. Is that really true? Because that would be really amazing if it were.
Oh, did Jane really go and do that for us?
Well, I just wanted to double check with you since you haven't mentioned anything about that to me. In fact, I thought you said that you were going to the temp agency again today to look for work. So what's the truth here?
I'm not going to lie to you, Mary. It's been a year since I quit my job, and I seriously don't think I can keep looking anymore. But I was getting sick of everyone asking me about the job hunt, so I just told Jane that I found something.
I see. And that's why Jane thought she had the right to talk down to me? Because she was really laying into me for not knowing that my husband had found a new job. Not only that, but she said that the whole reason you quit your job in the first place was because I wasn't making enough money. I was just curious if you had any idea where she might have gotten some of those notions.
Well, the thing is that I haven't actually told my family why I had to leave my last job, so I just kind of gave them a story I thought they would buy.
I see. Because even when I tried to explain to your sister that I was the one sending money back to them, she just accused me of lying. You know, I really hate being called a liar when I'm telling the truth.
I know, but think about the position I'm in. If I get caught in this lie, things will get really bad for me. So please, I'm asking you as my wife to just hold off talking to anyone else about this, please.
I see. And when your family starts ordering me to leave you, should I just sit there and take that too?
What are you talking about? Who was saying that to you?
Well, it's what your sister said she wishes we would do. She wanted us to break up so that you could move back in with your family.
I see. You know, that's actually not such a terrible idea. Maybe I should just move back in with my parents.
Wait, what? You don't actually mean that, do you?
Well, I've actually been thinking about it for some time. I was thinking that it's been so hard to find a job that maybe we should just be apart until I do finally find something.
John, literally, what are you talking about? What does us living together have to do with you finding a job?
I just feel like I'm always under so much pressure to be finding work when I'm at home.
And do you think that that has anything to do with the fact that you haven't had a job in over a year?
That's not fair. I've been trying really hard just to find a job while you've been having a successful career. It's just really depressing for me to have to watch that happen while I get nothing.
I really don't understand you. When you quit your job, I agreed to support us both with my salary and help support your family as well. And now you're telling me that I'm the reason you can't find a job?
I'm just saying that living with you makes me feel like I have a ton of pressure on me to find something, you know? And it's like, no matter how hard I try, I know I'll never catch up to you, and it makes me feel even more pressured.
But you're telling me that if you go back and live with your parents that you'll be able to find a job?
I just think that I'd feel a lot better if there wasn't so much pressure for me to have to do so. Although, maybe we should try something new. How about you go back to live with your parents instead, and I stay here in the house?
Are you serious?
Of course I am. But you'll still have to send me money every month. I think maybe $1,500 a month should do it.
So you're now telling me that not only do I have to move out of the house, but I still have to send you money to support you?
Well, duh. You know that I don't have a job. You're the only one who makes money around here.
Well, if I go back to living with my parents, then I'm going to be supporting them instead so that I don't become a burden.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. I promise I really am going to try hard to find a job. Besides, you still need to keep sending money to my parents as well.
So you want me to keep sending them $1,000 a month and you $1,500? Do you really think I can afford that?
Oh, don't worry, I'll find a job right away, an even better one than I had before. Then we can go back to splitting all the costs.
I still don't see why I should have to go home to live. I mean, we have a guest house, why don't I just stay there?
What would even be the point of that? How could I bring chicks over if you're still around?
Excuse me, chicks? And just who are these chicks you're bringing around?
I just met some other women, I know who are looking for jobs as well. I've met some people at the temp agency who I've gotten close to, and we agreed to talk about our job hunts and share tips. You didn't think that I meant anything else than that, right?
Well, if that's all you're going to be doing with these chicks, I don't see why I can't just stay in the guest house. No, if you have no other objections, I'll move my stuff out there and agree not to tell anyone the truth about your job hunt. Hey, Mary, I thought my brother told you that he wanted you gone. Why don't you just go home? And how dare you not support my brother in his new job? Jane, what are you talking about right now? I am talking about John's new job. I knew that he asked you to leave him alone for a bit so he can concentrate on his new job, but you told him that you didn't want to because you didn't feel like it? Do you realize that working for such a huge company means that John is always under pressure? You need to give him the space he needs to work efficiently. What work is he even concentrating on? He wants me gone so that he can invite over other women. I don't see why I should go home and let that happen. Ugh, you are such a pain to deal with, do you know that? How dare you just ignore an order from your husband? I know that I was right to file your divorce papers myself. Divorce papers? What are you talking about now? Well, I saw my brother struggling, so I helped him out just a little. But now it's time for you to go back to where you came from. I've already set up everything. You two are divorced, and there's no reason for you to stay with my brother any longer. Are you really saying what I think you're saying right now? That's right. I really do outdo myself sometimes. And now that you are split up, you have no right to be living in that house with him, so just do as my brother commanded and go home. You're kidding me. You mean you just sent off our divorce papers without talking to either of us? I told you that I wish you two would just break up for a long time now. But I realized it wasn't going to happen without a little intervention. So I did what had to be done. I signed and sent off your divorce papers. I see. Well, good luck with your unemployed brother, then. What are you talking about? I'm tired of you all, and I don't care to explain, so I'm just going to pack up my things and go home. You should know that I did my best to encourage John to find a job, but now it's not my problem anymore. Wait, no, seriously. What are you talking about? What do you mean John is unemployed? He has a job. He's had one for a while now. He's working hard at a huge company, isn't he? No, that was just a lie he told you. Of course, you thought I was lying to you, but I was only ever being honest. What do you mean? How could he be lying to me? Well, he lied about finding a job. He hasn't had any work since he quit his last job over a year ago. But, wait, that can't be right. My brother would never, ever lie to me. I know that he found a job with a huge company and that he left his old job to be able to take care of all of us. He worked himself to the bone for the past year trying to get this position. You're forgetting that I also didn't make enough money for him. Of course, that's not really why he quit. He quit because he was being sued by a young woman from his office. Not just any young woman, but the daughter of the company president, in fact. One reason John hasn't been able to find any work is because he's basically been blacklisted from the industry by his last boss. And that's how things have been for the past year. Are you kidding me? That can't be right at all. There's no way that my brother would be fired for something like that. I refuse to believe it. Well, you can believe it or not, but you might want to check with John himself about this. Because it was then that I decided I wanted to divorce him, but he begged me not to leave him until he found a job. I even have footage filmed of him begging me not to leave him for his mistake. I can send the video to you, but you aren't going to like what you see. No, that's impossible. My brother wouldn't really do that. In fact, ever since then, I've been the one supporting both your brother and your family. John ordered that I take over paying your family since he didn't have any more income or savings. So then, you were telling the truth when you said that it was you sending the money to my family? That's what I was trying to tell you, but you just accused me of lying, remember? And your good-for-nothing brother told me that my presence was putting too much pressure on him to find a job. And now you're telling me that you've gone ahead and ended our marriage for us, so with that done, I don't see any reason to stay around here.
Mary, please, don't do this. Don't leave me.
I'm afraid it's too late to undo this. Besides, your sister was the one who divorced us. But at least you should have no problem finding a new job now.
No, I can't do it. Now my parents are going to start telling me to find a job, and it's never going to happen.
What do you mean? Do your parents know the truth?
Yes, I don't know how, but they found out the truth, and they're furious with me now. They told me they thought I was looking for a job this whole time. Then they demanded that I pay you back for all the money that you had been sending them, and finally they said they never wanted to see me again.
Oh, wow, that's even better than I thought. And here I was thinking that I would never get that money back. Make sure to tell your parents thanks for me.
Please, Mary, I need you now. I swear that I'll really start looking for a job, and I'll be back for everything. Just please, don't leave me. If I don't find a job, then my family is really going to stop talking to me.
And why is that my problem? You're my ex-husband, so leave me out of this.
Mary, you don't really mean that, do you?
Of course I do. I've been supporting you and your family for the past year while you've sat around doing nothing. Then you have the gall to lie to your family and tell them that I'm the reason you quit. On top of that, you let your sister get away with insulting me as a lazy liar while you let her believe you had found work. And then after all of that, you really try and tell me that I'm the reason you couldn't find any work up until now? Well, I have had it with you and your family, and once this divorce is all over and done with, I never, ever want to see you again. After that, Jane began texting me, desperately asking for money since I had stopped sending any to John's family. In the end, she barely managed to graduate college. She did end up finding a job, but it was at a very small company that was near the bottom of her list of places she'd like to work. I heard that even John managed to find a job, but had to bite the bullet and take over a 50% cut in pay. While living at home, his parents forced him to send part of his paycheck back to me to pay back all I had given them. When he sent me the final payment, he asked if I would think about getting back together with him. I just blocked his number and never talked to him again. After we divorced, I moved into a nice condo by myself and have been readjusting to single life. I've also finally been able to afford to send money to my own parents, who were glad to hear I got out of such a horrible marriage.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey there, Nancy. I heard that you were trying to get pregnant. Are you really going to try and have your kid before the year's over? Sorry, you heard what now? I'm just saying that if you wanted to have your kid before the year is up, you should start getting busy now, don't you think? Or are you pregnant right now? Don't tell me that you're already pregnant. No, I'm not currently pregnant. Why are you even asking me about this all of a sudden? Well, it's just that my daughter Hillary is pregnant right now, and she was saying that she wanted to come back home to give birth. Oh, I see. I didn't know that Hillary was pregnant. That's amazing news. And I told her that of course I'd be so happy if she came back here to have her baby, but I just wanted to check with you that that would be okay since you're living in our home too. So I just wanted to make sure that you weren't pregnant, because if you and Hillary were both pregnant, that would just be too much. Oh, I see. Well, I really appreciate you thinking about me and asking me about this. Of course, thank you for answering my questions so clearly. Of course, I didn't actually think that you were pregnant right now or anything. So maybe there wasn't even any point in asking. I mean, after all, you've been married to my son for 5 years and you still haven't had a kid. I already assumed that you just have no intention of giving me a grandchild. Honestly, I doubt if you could even get pregnant. So sorry for wasting both of our time even bringing this up with you. I guess it was silly of me. Hold on a second, Nancy. I really don't think that there was any need to talk to me like this. I mean, you know that Owen and I want a child, right? Well, if you want, I could have Hillary share with you some tips on how to make sure you can get pregnant. Of course, given your age, I really don't know how well they would actually work for you, so maybe there would be no point in asking that of Hillary either. Nancy, I really don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm barely even into my 30s. Oh, well, in that case, I'll call Hillary right now and tell her to reach out to you with an idea on what might work. I know that she'll be more than happy to help you get pregnant just like her, and then you can finally give me the grandchild that I've been waiting so long for. Hey there, Paula. I just wanted to say thank you so much for letting me stay with you all while I'm pregnant. It really is a huge help, and I'm so grateful to you for giving my mom the thumbs up. This is my first time being pregnant, so I'm just so nervous that something might go wrong, you know? Yeah, I can't imagine what you must be feeling. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. I mean, I have work, of course, but if I can help, I don't mind at all. Oh, thank you so much. Actually, since you're offering, there is one thing that I'd like to ask you. Would you mind getting all the things I'll need for a baby ready for me? Sorry, all of the things? What exactly do you mean by that? Oh, I mean like the carriage and the bed and some clothes. Make sure you get good sheets, but nothing that might irritate a baby's skin, okay? And make sure you go and get lots of baby food as well, and I'll probably have cravings, so make sure to buy me some sweets while you're out, okay? Now, wait just a second there, Hillary. You're asking me to buy all of those things for you? I'm sorry, but you can't get some of those things by yourself? Well, sure I could, but I'm going all the way to my mom's to stay, so it would just be better if all those things were already there when I arrived, you see? Well, I guess that does make some sense, yeah. But I'm just worried I'll end up getting things you don't like. Are you sure you wouldn't want to do all this shopping with me once you're here? I could even just lend you my car if you wanted to handle it on your own. No, we don't have to go and do all that. I mean, what's wrong with you getting all of that for me? I'm sure you can just ask the staff and they'll recommend you good things to get. I see. Well, I guess I can do that. Would you mind telling me your budget so that I don't go over what you can afford? And are you going to write me a check, or were you going to just wire the money on an app? Hold on a second. You mean that you're not going to buy all of those things for me? What's the matter with you? I thought you would have gotten all that as a gift for me. I mean, I'm pregnant, for crying out loud. Think of it as a gift for me for having a child. Well, I was thinking of getting you a couple of things, but I don't know if I can afford to get all that a baby would need. So you're saying that you really can't spare any money at all for my baby that's on the way? I would have thought you'd have plenty saved up. After all, you've been married to my brother this long and you still don't have a kid. And since you've been living at my parents' house, it's not like either of you have been paying rent or anything like that either. Surely you can spare a couple grand to help me get things ready for my baby, right? You want a couple grand, as in thousands of dollars? It's not like I'm asking for $1 million or anything, but anyways, I'll go ahead and send you a list once I have one written up. Thank you so much for doing this. You really are saving me so much trouble. I really appreciate it. Hey, Owen, did you know that your sister is going to be coming to stay with us until she gives birth? Because I was just told about it by your mom and her, and I haven't heard anything from you.
Of course I knew this was going to be happening. Isn't it exciting? We're going to be an aunt and uncle to my sister's new baby. This is so great.
I really don't think that you should be treating this whole thing so lightly, Owen. I mean, did you know that your sister is expecting me to buy all of the things she needs for when her baby comes? Do you have any idea how much that's going to cost? Because your sister said that I owed it to her as a gift.
Well, yeah, of course. What's wrong with that? It's only natural that we give my sister a wedding gift. What's your problem?
Sure, I'd be down to buy her a few things for her baby, but did you read my message? She told me that she expected me to buy all of it. She sent me the list of what she wants, and it's huge. By the time I get all of this, I'll have probably spent something like $3,000.
Hold on, everything my sister wants from you is going to cost that much money? Well, whatever, I said that we'd give it to her.
Oh, and you can't be serious about that.
I'm sorry, Nancy, but we've been married this long and still haven't had kids, even though I know my parents really want grandchildren. And honestly, it's something that I feel like a failure about as their oldest child, so it really is the least we can do, don't you think?
You're really trying to make up for not having kids with me by spending $3,000 on your sister? If you really want to pay that much money, then you can pay for it all with your own money.
Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous. You know that I couldn't afford something like that with just my salary. Besides, my sister sent you the list, so you have to pitch in.
I am more than happy to buy a few things on this list, but I am not going to be splitting it and paying $1,500.
Well, if you're too cheap and don't want to spend money on family, then you should have gotten pregnant by now. And then we wouldn't have to do this. So if you're looking for someone to blame this on, how about you start with yourself?
Oh my gosh, you are being ridiculous. Do you know that? Why are you acting this way?
Because I'm the eldest child, and I always thought that I'd be giving my parents their first grandchild. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is for me now that Hillary is pregnant? I even heard that my mom asked my sister to give you advice on how to get pregnant. I think that one hurt me the most. Don't you see how much I've been through already because of this? And you're still gonna try and make me pay for this.
Oh, and I understand that living with your parents might make you feel a bit more pressure than if we weren't. But you hardly even contribute anything around here. We haven't even slept in the same room for the past year, and I don't see things improving for us.
Oh, just shut up. You don't understand what I'm going through. Why don't you just be a good wife? Buy my sister what she wants. And until you have a kid of your own, stop complaining about the things that we should be doing for family.
I can't believe that you actually said that. What is the matter with you?
I'm just saying that since you don't have a kid, I'm free to leave you whenever I want. Never forget that. If you do have a problem with that, then we can just go ahead and get divorced. So there. It's your fault I feel this way. So it's up to you to buy what my sister wants.
Paula, what the heck is going on here? Why do I have to sleep in the cramped little bedroom right next to the living room? Did you really think that I came all the way back home just to be cramped into a tiny closet like that? Well, Hillary, I really am sorry. We tried to make as much room for you as possible, and that's what we were able to do. I really can't believe this. You really expect me to be able to sleep in some cramped little bedroom full of baby goods? I come all the way back here to do the honor of giving my parents their first grandchild, and you're treating me as if I were the help. How do you expect me to live like this? What about my room? This is my family's house and I want to stay in my room. But Hillary, you know that I've been in your room ever since you moved out and I moved in, right? Of course I know that. What's your point? You should have offered me your room when I arrived here. I'll take my room back and you have that broom closet. That should set everything about right. I'm really sorry, Hillary, but I work from home half the time and I need the larger room because it doubles as my office. I don't have anywhere else to put my work stuff and I don't feel like renting out office space. Well, then why don't you just go into your office and work there then, huh? Or go and set up at a cafe or something. Heck, you can go work in the shed for all I care. You really expect me to do my work out in the shed? Well, at least if you were completely out of the house, I could turn the broom closet room into a baby feeding room and still have my room to stay in. Hold on a second, so I wouldn't just be working in the shed, I'd also be sleeping there? Do I understand that right? Well, of course you'd be sleeping there. How else would I get 2 rooms if you were still using one of them? Anyways, my mom and brother all agree that this is a good idea. So from now on, you'll be sleeping in the shed. Got it? You mean that you're with your brother and mom right now? I thought that they were both supposed to be at work. Well, they both took the day off to come and pick me up from the airport. Besides, my mom told me that she quit her job. She said that she wanted to be able to help me any time of the day that I needed it. And Owen told me that he took a bunch of days off just for me. After all, there's still going to be plenty to do around the house. And if it's just going to be us women, I'd feel much better with a man in the house. Well, neither of them told me any of these plans to take work off. I mean, they didn't even take the day off to help me celebrate my birthday last year. Well, that's probably just because they care a lot more about me than they do about you. Haven't you figured that out yet? But even though they're going to be here to help, I am still going to rely on you for most of what I need. And just why would you even do that when you have 2 people staying at home specifically for you? Well, because it was always my plan to have you take care of me while I was here. Like, if the baby wakes up in the night or needs its diaper changed, that was going to be all you. And then once you're done with all that, you can go back out to the shed and go back to bed. Get it? That sounds like a horrible life. Why would I agree to that? So not only am I being cast out in the shed, but I'm also going to be in charge of taking care of your every whim? That's right. Don't tell me that you have a problem with that, because you don't even have children, so you really don't have room to argue. You know what? I'm just going to go and stay with my parents for a while. Good idea. Go do that and never ever come back. It's not like you ever did anything good for my family anyways. After all, you never even had a kid. But man, you should see how upset my mom and brother are right now. They are seriously just pissed. They never ever want to see you again. So go home. We don't care. You can just send us money from over there and we won't have to put up with you. You think I'm going to send you money? No. If I leave like this, then I'm asking Owen for a divorce. Hold on a second. You're not serious about that, are you? You're really going to divorce my brother all because you couldn't have kids? You realize that at your age, nobody is ever going to want to marry you, right? You realize the mistake you'll be making if you do this. The only mistake I'll be making is staying with the family that's about to make me sleep outside in a shed. I would much rather just divorce Owen and go back to living with my parents until I find a new home. And by the way, I will be taking everything that's mine from the house when I leave. What are you talking about? What of the house is yours? You're crazy. Do you know that? Paula, what the heck is the matter with you? Where is the fridge, the TV, the stove? Why is it all gone? You bring those back right now. I can't believe that you stole all this stuff from us. I thought you meant you were going to be taking your clothes and stuff, not the appliances. I told you yesterday, didn't I? I said that I was going to be taking back all the stuff that I had bought for the house. But I thought you meant small things like some glasses or decorations or something like that. Why did you take the fridge? Well, that's because your brother kept bugging me about your mom needing a new fridge. When we finally went to go and buy one, he made me pay for it, so I guess maybe I had some other uses aside from baby making. You mean that you bought my mom's fridge? That's right, and now I'm going to be taking that and everything else that I bought back with me. Hold on a minute, though. You can't do that. I mean, you're taking essential appliances here. How are we supposed to live? Don't you know that I'm about to have a baby? Where am I supposed to put my milk? I don't know why you're asking me. I've divorced your brother, so you and I have nothing to do with one another. Why would you even ask me what to do about your baby? After all, I've never been pregnant. I've never had a baby. I wouldn't know. Oh, come on. You know exactly what you're doing, don't you? You really think that you can just walk out of my house with all our appliances? Don't you understand that you're just going to end up hurting an innocent baby? Do you really not care what happens to it at all? You're a monster. Well, it's a bit late to ask me to take things back. I've already sold most of the things I took from the house online. And if you need baby things, then maybe you should go out and buy them yourself. Or ask your mom or brother to buy you the things that you need. Otherwise, things might get kind of tricky for you. What do you mean by that? Well, I mean that if your mom really did quit her job and Owen is still on the verge of being fired like he has been, then I really don't actually see how they'd be able to help you since they're not going to have income soon. But if Owen gets fired, then I really won't have any way to take care of this baby. What am I going to do? I don't know, but I'm just letting you know that after I dropped off the divorce papers, I was told I'd have to fill out another form for Owen's work. So I called the office to ask about it, and the woman on the phone was shocked because she thought I was about to have your baby. Apparently, Owen had told his boss that I, his now ex-wife, was pregnant, not you. And so he took off work using paternity leave. Well, I ended up explaining that to his manager, and she was also just shocked. So basically, your brother lied to his work about his life so that he could take this time off for you. But I had no idea that he had gone and done any of that. Well, anyways, that's probably why he'll actually be getting fired. He had gotten in trouble for doing similar things like this before. But he's never actually lied about something this big or asked for this much time off. And when I told his manager that not only was I not pregnant, but I was also being exiled to sleep in the shed and live like a servant, well, I think that really clinched it. You're kidding me. You mean to tell me that you told his bosses everything that was going on here? Well, they kept asking me questions about Owen. To be honest, it sounded like they already had their own suspicions of him. So I was more than happy to help them clear up anything that wasn't adding up for them. You traitor! How could you do this to us? Well, you know, the funny thing was that in the end, there actually wasn't any paperwork that I did have to give them. It was all just a clerical error that sent me to them. I don't believe you. You had to know what you were doing. This is your way of getting back at us, isn't it? You know that by calling them, you could have a chance to tell them about the divorce. I am sure that I have no idea what you're talking about. After all, this is my first time getting divorced, and I just wanted to make sure that I did everything right. You have no idea all the paperwork that I've had to do alongside the ones for the divorce. It was never my plan to rat out Owen for his truancy. But anyways, that's just about all I had to say to you. It sounds to me like you have lots to talk about on your end as well. But I hope the pregnancy goes well. Tell Owen good luck with his job hunt. He'll need it. And so, as repo men went in and out of Nancy's house, clearing out anything that I had saved receipts for, Owen got the call from his manager telling him that he was being fired for lying about his paternity leave. He was also going to be charged for the pay he had received while off. As appliances and other things went missing, Owen and them all realized how much it was going to cost to replace them, buy things for the baby, and make ends meet for the three of them. First, all three of them had to sell all their luxury goods online to try and earn some quick pocket money. After that, Owen had to go out and find a job. But no one was going to hire him since he couldn't explain why he had been let go from his last position. I heard that even after Hillary had her baby, her marriage didn't last long afterwards, and she ended up staying with Owen and their mother. That was the last piece of gossip I had heard through the pipeline. I really do feel sorry for Hillary's baby, but at this point, I can only hope that this serves to teach those three a lesson that they'll carry with them in the future.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.